Good evening, my fellow countrymen. There's a lot of things going on in the world. A lot of things that are headline news and other things that are just quietly being swept under the rug and passed along in the hopes that you won't see it and you won't say anything about it. We find ourselves in a very perilous time in our country. One that's not, at this time, fought on the front lines with force, but that is fought in the trenches of information. I've run across some new information that our representatives have tried to introduce a new bill. If y'all are finding this information helpful that I've been putting out, previous post, this one, hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I find new stuff. Share it, and that way you can pass it on to family, friends. We have to stay on top of this. We cannot be complacent. House Bill 6666 states that the Health and Human Service Organization basically can award entities to various organizations and tell them that they have permission to come into our homes and test for COVID. No, I think not. My home, I decide who comes to the front door unless I have broken a legit law. Otherwise, you stay outside. That's the way this works. The government works for us. We put them in place to represent us and to represent our values and what we believe to be good and upright. We don't work for the government. That's not the way this goes. The bill goes on to basically state that it's not only that they can come into our homes and test in our homes without our permission, but that they can also remove someone from your home, a family member, that they just deem necessary to remove. No other really specific verbiage other than basically if they feel like they're a threat to the family because of the COVID or whatever else they find to use, that they can remove them and hold them in a secure facility, FEMA, whatever else, whatever they decide to make the location of choice to be. I don't know about you, but that's not happening. We, as Americans, have the right to be secure in our papers and our effects. Our property is our castle. No one gets to waltz in, especially when we've done absolutely nothing wrong, and dictate to us, the people, that they will be coming into our home. Once again, it's House Bill 6666. Please get this information out. Send it to your family. Send it to the family that you think doesn't even care or keeps up with the news. We are not fighting a war that requires physical contact at this time. We are fighting a war for our minds. We are fighting an information war. We have to counter the left-wing, right-wing, whatever you want to call it, news media that wants to dictate the scenario and the information that's being put out. If this last bout with the COVID isn't evident enough that the media will just throw out numbers and say, oh yes, we have upwards of 70,000 deaths, when CDC is just previously saying, oh yeah, we only have like 38,000 that are specifically related to it. So we have to stay on top of this. We have to be the ones staying informed, reading, and then sharing it with others. It's the only way we're going to be able to keep going day by day. The government, in its proper place and branch, was designed as a checks and balance on each other. And we, the people, are the checks and balance on the representatives, the government themselves. If they are not doing the bidding of we, the people, or the Constitution, then it is our duty and responsibility to hold them accountable, aka getting them out of there. The Constitution isn't in place to protect us. The Constitution is in place, and it is our job to protect the Constitution by staying informed, by talking, by knowing the Constitution, talking with people, your next door neighbor, like anybody. You cannot let someone that is 1,000 miles away or 2 miles down the road at the local courthouse dictate what is all right that goes against the American people and the Constitution. Please make an effort. Don't let it be said that this generation or the millennial generation or the one before it or the ones that just rolled over, and let anyone and everyone just strip it from us. We have to get out the word. We have to stand atop watch. We have to be the ones that are stepping forward to say, no, this isn't right, and then being willing to stand.